dear. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to see you.
I'm always happy to see you. This is so exciting.
Yes, and it's been such a long time.
I'm
I was thinking
sorry.
probably since like before the holidays.
Yes, we had planned a show, and then I just couldn't do it. My health wasn't up to it. Um, but I didn't cheat on you. You're the very first live I've done since the last one. So just know, I didn't bump you for anyone
Thank
else.
you. That means everything to me.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
you mean a lot to me. I think you're fabulous. I love you. And before we move forward, I just want to say how much I appreciated the ritual the other night with you and
Mhm.
Ange. It was so lovely. It was really lovely. And I'm glad that I was able to pop in at the right time and submit my little release. Thank you.
Mhm.
You.
That was really beautiful. Everything worked out, and I was so happy. The weather was perfect. The moon, the sky was clear. So it was. I mean, beyond my expectations.
It was. It was. It was. And I know Ange is in Canada and you're in Florida. Am I correct?
Hmm.
The synchronicity was just, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. You two are a perfect couple. You're a perfect team.
We
I
do
was,
make a good team. Yes, it's
yes,
good. It's good to have good synergy.
it is because I really don't like that Ange person. I hope she's not in the chat yet. Oh, yes, she is. My
Oh my
gorgeous.
goodness, how funny! No cheating. Ah, she did. She tried to lure you.
Yes, she did.
She tried to lure you. Well,
Mhm.
thanks for being here, Ange. Oh, and Gypsy JJ, hello. Happy to see you. Uh, yeah, so let's see. Judith is here. Oh, look at that. The full moon magic. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we're gonna go ahead and start making plans for next month, which is very exciting because it'll be in the sign of Virgo, just like our dear Ange.
Ooh, great
Hmm.
time for the virgins. Everybody come out. Everybody come. It's going to
Yes,
be
and
wonderful.
thank you, Ange, for posting the link. I did go back and add the timestamps just in case people wanted to go back and just do the meditation or go back and look at the reading. So it should make it easier to find everything.
I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
me
I
too.
wish I could be a part of it. But if I went out in my backyard and did that, the police would arrest me and put me. Who's that crazy old drag queen just running around the streets of the Bronx beating her drum?
I've been beating the drum in the backyard, and luckily, like we haven't had any issues, but
But
it's
it's,
fine.
yeah, the drug dealers, they don't arrest. Me, they would arrest.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it is sometimes. Bias, the bias.
So if we're doing readings, and it's early yet, so not too many people logged in. We need to do if she wants it. If she wants it, Judith.
Oh, a Judith?
Oh my God, her and I, we're. I mean, we could be soul sisters. We're always on the same wavelength with stuff, and I've been dying to do a reading for her for such a long time, but I haven't been on. So now that I'm on and she's on, I hope she would like a reading because it would be such an honor to read for her.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. So I promoted a spread, a
Ooh,
self-care spread, but we could do readings instead,
we
or we could even do both.
whatever. It's your channel. I'm just
Yeah.
yes, whatever
This
you would
is a partnership. This is a partnership. This is not a monarchy.
Well, I'm wearing the queen. I'm wearing the crown. So
I know. I should have worn my crown too. What the heck?
you know,
I don't know why did I was like, I bet she's gonna wear a crown. I should like show up with mine too.
there you go. Excuse me. What is your name on this show?
Mm.
What is it? Intuitive. And
Mm-hmm.
today she doesn't trust her intuition.
Dun, dun, dun. I
You
did not.
need a minute to go get your crown. I could wait.
You wait for me.
It's
Oh,
always
funny.
wonderful to wait for someone to put on their crown and tiara. You know, it's such a special.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Never did I think I would purchase one, and then I did, and I had an opportunity to wear it. It was a lot of fun. And now it just kind of sits in, in my room.
Shame. There's always an opportunity to wear a crown and a tiara.
I was
With
gonna wear it to
either,
go to the grocery store.
yes, going to the grocery store, coming out of the shower, or you could wear one in the shower. You always have to feel like a queen.
Hmm.
Always. You know, I literally walk around the house sometimes wearing a tiara, and my husband's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm queen for the day. I'm queen."
I have seen those videos like, oh, I want to make it normal, right? And then they wear their tiara out, to the store just to do random, things.
Just to live life, just to live. You know.
Hmm.
Listen, we have to celebrate. Actually, today, uh, I went. My there's about six of us from the bigger cancer support group, and every once in a while, we have the opportunity to get together and go have lunch. And today, and it's been like 6 months since we've been able to do that. And today, we all went out, and we were just celebrating life and just having
Oh,
laughs and laughs and laughs and forgetting about everything else. And
yes.
oh, talking about gummy bears. And do you
How?
eat just the ear? Do you eat the whole thing?
Hmm.
Because I
That's
said,
amazing.
I know. I said, Miss Terry D doesn't know anything about these CBD FGK gummy bears that people buy. I said, I want to try one. I don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, you need to have an ear or just a piece of the foot. I said, whatever, just get me one of these. I got to try them one day.
Hello, Jessica. Thank you for being here today. Oh my gosh, you're getting compliments. Look at that. You wear your crown well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I hear a bit of an echo. Is it just me or do you hear it too?
I don't hear it.
You don't?
No,
Okay. So maybe
no.
it's just me.
Do you have two screens open by any chance?
No, just one.
Hmm. Okay, now I heard a little bit on your end, a little bit of
You
an
see
echo.
it, right? Yeah, I hear it
Yeah,
too.
a little bit. Yeah. Hmm.
I hear it too.
Let me see.
But I am, oh, yes, she hears feedback and an echo.
Yeah, I'm going to try muting me. Give me one
Okay.
minute.
All right. What about now? Is there any feedback or echo? Miss Terrell D is muted. Can you hear anything? It might be, no, not now. Okay. So it might be the microphone.
So let mute yourself and let me try.
Okay.
And how about now? Is this better? Can you hear echo or feedback? Judith, you said yes still. Is that for me or oh no feedback now? Oh, all right. Well, let's see what happens, and if we hear it, we'll keep playing with it.
Yes. When we're both together. Hey, Gina, thanks for dropping in. Today I am joined by a very special guest.
And
This is,
who would that be?
hmm yeah, well, maybe you know what? Maybe we can tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and your channel.
Oh, I would love that.
Mm.
So, for many of you already know me, and for those of you who don't, I've had a channel. Oh God, is it 3 years now? 4 years now? And it just started out as a little hobby. I love to do drag, and I love to do tarot card. And I said, you know what? Let me try to put the two together and see what fun that could be. And I was doing weekly shows, weekly readings. And then it just became a little too much. I was doing it once in a blue moon. And then I got invited to do a couple of lives. And I said, this is so much fun. And I began to meet all of you, part of the tarot community. And then, for those of you who don't know, I was diagnosed with cancer in 2022, and I had to take a break. I had it because I just couldn't. I was too sick. And then I think I came back maybe a year ago. Um, and I'm tired a lot, so I only come on once in the blue moon. And sometimes, if I have energy, I like to record spreads or maybe a quick flip through. uh, I don't talk during my flip through. People don't want to hear my voice, they just want to see the card. So I just boom boom boom, put a little cute music on it, and off we go. And then um, beautiful people like you invite me to be on their channel, and just share space together, and just have a lovely time, which I adore because I'm often in chat and I'm like, I like this person, I could feel their energy. But it's different when we meet like this and you actually get to talk to each other and see each other. And tú eres Boricua, you're Puerto Rican, right? Just like my husband. So that, is close to my heart, you know. And it's just, so that's me, that's my channel, just, an old broad just having some fun.
Aw, I love that. I'm glad that you're feeling better these days,
Thank
um,
you.
and that you were able to come on tonight. And let me see. So we have some friends. Okay, so Gina has come in, and let me see here. Ooh, Moira's here. Hello,
Love more.
Moira.
Genevieve.
Our friend Selena. Selena's here. Hello. Lots of friends in the chat. Mm. This Janet Lee's here. Look what she says. Look what she says. She sings you a song. Gypsy JJ might be interested in a reading tonight.
Wonderful.
Okie dokie. That I think we would be more than happy to read. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you, friends. Thank you for being here today. This is an honor for me to be able to host Miss Tarot D. And we got to go live together during the Tarot Ethics. And that was a lot of fun. But, it went by so fast that we didn't barely have any kind of time. Well, hey,
Mhm.
Desiree. Hi. Happy to see you. Desiree's going to be joining me soon as well. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah. So yeah, we can start with reading for let's see here. Okay, Janet Lee can't type anymore. She's just gonna be listening. That's fine. All right. So Gypsy JJ is wanting a reading, and we were focusing on self care. But if you have another topic that you maybe need some guidance on, please let us know. All right. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome. Welcome, welcome.
I don't know if
Oh,
I've ever met Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine.
Lorraine, I saw Lorraine in one of the lives, and then she hopped over to the full moon event.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that subscribe to you that I've never met. So it's welcome. Hi, new people. Nice to meet you. They're probably on here like, who is that crazy woman? Am I in the right room? You are in the right room. Don't
Yeah.
take life too serious and don't take tarot too serious.
Adjust the mic volume, Miss Taro D. Maybe you might have to turn it
Sure.
down. Yeah,
Oh, it's
there's
too loud?
feedback
Okay.
when we both go. And it's
So
interesting because we tested the sound before with the mic and it didn't seem to be a problem.
let me 1 second. I'm trying
Hi,
to
Ramit. Hello. Thank you for being here.
audio.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, Bill.
Mic volume. Okay. I'm gonna try lowering it.
All right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put I'm gonna put auto adjust volume. Let's see if that'll help. So
Susie.
so who
Hello and welcome. Preventative treatment and cure for growth is lateral.
that
I'm,
that looks like a bot.
I see.
Even the
Okay.
picture does looks like a bot.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Roots, can you please pay attention and do your job as a moderator, please? It's hard to find good help these days, really. It really is hard to find good help.
Oh, that's true. Do you have more than one device logged in?
No,
Yeah,
it's,
me neither.
I
That
don't know
is
what's happening.
so, so odd. Okay.
I have my mic too far away from where I'm quite a distance.
Well, we're getting a behind the scenes tour.
Yes, Miss Tara D. Untucked.
I thought I saw Brienne. If Brienne, if I missed you, hello. All right. What deck are you going to be using today?
So I brought since we're doing self care, I brought the Cosmic Journal Oracle from Yannick Silver. I don't know if I pronounced it right. And I love it. I think I've used this when I've actually done self care or kind of inner child things. But look at the, I don't know, can you see the artwork? It's almost like little cartoonish and the colors are nice and warm. And the back is very pretty. So I brought this. Um, I brought a regular RWS deck, and then at 9 o'clock, I'm coming back on to do readings with Ramon and Ginger, and that's going to be a little bit more risque. So I brought for that. I have the erotic fantasy deck, and I also have the rebel deck. So whatever, if anybody wants one of those, or if they just want a self care one, and we use the oracle deck, I'm very open. I'm easy. I'm easy. You know, I'm a cheap date. I'm very easy.
I don't know why I'm having a hard time hearing you right now.
Me? Oh, okay. Let's do this again. I'm gonna go back and put back my original. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I
And
did that.
then
Hmm.
some of our friends in the chat think that the feedback might be coming from this end, but I only have one device and no headset. So I'm not sure. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, on the subject of self care, I am going to be using the lovely Ohm. I love this deck. This deck has been such a pleasure to work with and to get to know. And I've used this before, but I didn't have enough time to really get into it. I'm loving it right now. All right. So Gypsy JJ, great cards, took the plunge. I went for it all in. Oh, okay. I went for it all in love, for love. My whole existence is crumbling. I'm not the poor me type, but I could use divine intervention. Mm, you're muted.
Sorry. Gypsy, are you asking a general kind of reading, question, positivity, intentions to help you during this challenging time? I'm not quite understanding. Is it a message from spirit?
They're having a hard time hearing you, and I can't hear you either.
Oh, what happened now?
I don't know.
Not at all. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah. It's almost like it maybe go out and come back in. You want to try that?
Yes, let's try that.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Hang tight, friends. All right. Is there still feedback now? I'm just curious if you can hear feedback. So, Gypsy JJ, it sounds like you had a good reading and then something has changed, shifted, the energy has shifted, and you're looking for a little bit of guidance. Okay.
Okay, how's that?
You might maybe turn your volume up a little.
I really don't understand. You know what? It's been. I must have spirits playing around here because. So first, my husband was making a pair of earrings for me, and he lost one of them, and we can't find it anywhere.
Oh,
And then we were having issues with the wigs and the crowns and everything, and I was ready to just put everything away and just come out as a boy. And then we're trying to log in, and we couldn't find the mouse for the computer. And I said, maybe the universe is just telling me to go to bed. And now the volume, and now we're having technical. I don't understand what's happening. You know?
well, it's good that we try to work it out now because I think you're going live again later. And you want to make sure you don't have any technical difficulties.
But I don't want technical difficulties with you.
Okay, well, no feedback right now. So we're going to help our friend Gypsy JJ. Maybe it's new, like death. Okay. Hi, Ashley. Oh, internet's been playing up lately too. Mm,
Hmm.
dun dun dun. Alrighty.
So do we want to? What do you want? How would you like to do this for Gypsy? One card, two cards.
I don't hear you.
How's this? Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, how would you like to do this for Gypsy? One card, two cards, three cards?
Yeah, let's pull a couple cards and see what comes up. I was not expecting that. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So Gypsy JJ had to run and she's asking if we could kind of skip over her request for right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So two fic, welcome. Oh, Robney pulled out a card um, for Gypsy JJ as well.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. But I don't hear anything now, like any feedback. Do you on your end?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, no, I don't. I,
Oh, so yeah, maybe just bring the mic a little bit closer to you.
and just this better?
Oh, I hear you perfect now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And his profile pic that he's a good person. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, friends, we were going to be drawing cards for Miss Gypsy JJ, but she had to run off. So if there is anyone else that would like a message of self care, please let us know. And we're happy to do that for you. Have you been doing your very best, Miss Tarot D, for some self care, some prioritizing of the self?
So I have, I have, I've been really, really taking time to give myself grace. And I
Mm,
think that's something many of us don't do. So one of the things that I learned, um, and people on the internet who are also going through challenges and struggles in their lives, they will they also know that you kind of develop a new identity. You have to develop a new identity. You can't be the person you used to be. And I've learned sometimes when I try to do the 150% like I used to do before, and I can't, I've learned to give myself grace and say, well, this is the new me. This is my new moment. And it's okay. It's
mm.
okay. And that's a very important part of my self-care is to remind myself, you know, that because we're such caretakers. We take care of everybody else, don't we? And we just need to take time out, honor ourselves, honor our hearts and our spirits and our child within, and just really, you know,
Yeah, and that's an important reminder because when we're, on these journeys, right?
mhm,
Developing, growing, expanding, our vibration changes. Who we are as people change. And so, because of that, maybe there's going to be some people in our life that used to resonate with us that no longer resonate, and vice versa. And that's okay, you know. You have to let those go, and know that the universe is going to open new doors for you
Mhm.
to be able to meet other people who are beating at the same beat that you are.
Yes, sometimes, people come into your life for a season or for a reason, you know?
Mm.
And once that season or reason is finished, they need to move on.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's up to us to help them move on. Goodbye, goodbye. Time to go. There's the door.
Yes. Thank you for coming by. Gotta go.
Goodbye.
Hmm.
Gypsy said it's okay. Yes,
Yes. And Selena is happy to hear you say that.
thank
Yeah.
you, Selena.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Gypsy JJ is back.
Yes.
When you know that you look marvelous.
Maura, do you want to hear a quick story? I went to the doctor's on Wednesday and I'm sitting in the waiting room and there's this cute gentleman looking at me. And I was looking behind me because I thought maybe he was, looking at the boy behind me. And then he's like, "No, you." And I was like, "What, me?" And he moved closer and he started to flirt with me. And I was like, "Oh." And I was like, beautiful little boy. And I was like, "How old are you?" He says, "I'm 26." I said, "Oh my God." I was like flabbergasted. He said, "Well, how old are you?" I said, "I'm too old. I can be your grandmother." And he's like, "But you look like you're in your 30s and 40s." I was like, "Oh my God." So and then he was like, "Are you single?" I said, "No, I'm married. I've been married 26
You
years."
said, taken.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's funny because I usually wear my ring, but I didn't wear it that day because Mhm.
How could this be?
Well, I was having metal imaging. When you go for
Oh,
those
yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
jewelry. But I was like so flattered. I started texting my husband. I said, "There's this 21-year-old who's flirting with me," and she said, "Are you at the eye doctor?" I was like, "No."
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my
I
gosh.
He was terrible. He was like, "Are you at the eye doctor?" I was like, "No." But wasn't that lovely, Laura? Wasn't that lovely?
Mm. Yes. Now look here, look what Ashley says. So her self-care has been loving herself. And in the process, her partner of 10 years has been drifting apart. And isn't that something when things, change in that way? That could be jarring and shocking.
Yes,
Hmm.
and it's true. Sometimes, well, we all know change is very difficult, and sometimes people get used to what's around them. And when you start to change and grow, it scares them
Hmm.
because they don't want to change and grow. They don't want to evolve with you.
Yes. Yes.
So they get into that fight or flight thing. Either they start fighting you about the relationship or they start distancing themselves away
Hmm.
because they don't know how to handle this new person that's evolving in front of them. So,
Yes.
well, Elizabeth, what would you say to that if somebody was in that type of situation?
I feel that it's important, those, because if this is a relationship of 10 years, and communication is so important, and it's critical to try to address it as soon as possible, because if you let it go, it eventually just becomes more and more difficult to tackle, almost where you become two different strangers on two different paths. where if you address it early on, right, as soon as you, because I think she likely has awareness, right,
Mhm.
of everything that is happening around her. So she's picked up on it. It's important to, try to address that. Otherwise, it could escalate.
Yes. So I pulled three cards on this, if it's okay
Oh,
to share them.
oh,
Yep.
Ashley, is that okay with you? We pulled some cards. Is that okay? Hopefully, yes. And wants to know if you got his number. Morris says, taken since you were born, my young friend.
The mere fact that I am still alive here with you will tell you the answer to that. Absolutely not.
Mm.
My,
Bill wants to know if you went in an open or closed machine.
it was one of the new open ones that has more room, and it was, oh yes. And I've learned to take a half a Klonopin when I go for these, just to kind of calm my nerves, because
My
it,
God, look at this Ramon. He just cannot wait to get his eyes on you. And he has jumped in early. Hello, Ramon. Welcome.
oh, he's such a sweetheart. He is.
Hmm. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Oh, Ravneet, loving the wisdom. Yes. Miss
Yes.
Terrell D has a lot of wisdom to share.
I've been,
For
you're as old as me, and you've lived so many lives. You pick up a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So 100% true. He's scared of my growth and where he stands. And that's common, right? Maybe a little, I don't know. Ashley, do you mind if we pull some cards? Can we share? Not to put you on the spot.
No,
Ashley, weren't you in the chat last night in Angie's live? I feel like there was somebody that was on the list for a reading and then we didn't get a chance, or that we didn't get a chance. So let me know. I'd be happy to do that. Oh, she says yes. She says yes.
okay, all right.
Go, Miss Terry D. Put on your volume.
Actually, can you hear me? I mean, the three cards that came up right away for you is your 11-year-old self. Okay, and look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? And it's almost telling me like you're going back and you're um, reconnecting with your inner child and starting to address some of the issues that you might have. Hershey calls them doing the shadow work, and starting to address those issues and evolving and growing. And in that, you are also having fun. Like the little kids have fun. Little kids, they don't care about the rules, they don't care about how they look, if they dance silly or not. They just have fun. And it sounds like you're coming to a point in your life where you're realizing you need to let go of the structures and the confinement and just let go and have a little bit of fun like an 11-year-old child. And by doing that, you are coming soon. Welcome to your next ascending age. Look at that. Look at that. Okay? Because you are moving to your next level, to your new plane, to your new level of existence, to your growth in spirituality, which then makes you the hero of your own cosmic origin. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So this reading was actually more about you, because it almost feels like when you're in a relationship with another person and there's this conflict, we sometimes become concerned about creating stress in the relationship, and we start walking on eggshells, and we start changing what we do because I don't want to have tension. I don't want to have this. I don't want to have an argument. But then we forget that we are viable human beings too, and we deserve to be like this 11-year-old child. happy and fun. We deserve to ascend to our next level of cognition and spirituality, and we were born to be heroes. None of us wants to be the maiden in the tower waiting to be rescued.
Mm-mm.
Those days are over. We want to be the heroes of our own narrative.
Yes.
So I hope that helps.
Mm-hmm. I pulled a card as well, and I want you to take a moment to look at this. Now, this deck is very unique, and the way that they've done the write up in the guidebook is amazing. So I always refer to it. I pulled the Prince of Wands. Can you see what is happening here? There's like full blown chaos at the bottom. There's a
Mhm.
fire and smoke.
Mhm.
And the prince is clinging on to the neck of his friend, his familiar, who is getting him out of there, the heck out of Dodge. And I wanted to share with you this in this deck. You know what the keywords are that they've used for this card? Transformation, renewal, choice, and freedom. I
Mhm.
feel like that says it all. That says it all. You're in a situation right now um, that you're likely wishing could be so very different and wishing you could get out of there. Some kind of transformation that could happen that could just fix it.
Mhm.
Um, but it's not going to be as easy as just, you know, walking away from it. You know, there's conversations to be had. There's conversations to be had. Hi, Kristen Louise.
Mhm.
Welcome. Yes, aware of my surroundings and why I've started to, uh, it's funny because when I saw that, I read Cry the first time.
Me too. Me too.
Hmm.
I wonder what is the what is started to.
Hmm.
Huh. Is
Here,
there anybody else that we could read for?
9 9. Okay, hold on. The chat just jumped on me. All right, here. Bill, 30 seconds in the closed MRI machine. Okay. um,
Bill, make sure you take a Klonopin. They help.
mhm. Happens, and I'm grateful that I was able to be in the community. Yes, because we need help sometimes, even if just a sounding board, someone that says, I hear you, I feel what you're going through, I've been what you're going through. It's just so helpful.
Yes, I think we all want to be seen, right? And this is a good.
Hmm.
Many of us can be seen because we live in areas where we have to hide.
Oh, Audra's here. I didn't see her come in. Hi, Audra.
Hi, Audra.
Every time I see her, I want to ask her how her archery, how is it going?
Uh,
Yes. Let me see here. I'm trying to get caught up in the chat. Let me see. Yeah. It's good that you're aware of his changed behavior and you're doing you.
mhm,
Hmm.
mhm.
Okay. I don't know what dips means, but I wish you all the best, Bill.
Yes, good luck.
Hmm.
Hershey. Hi, Hershey, my love.
Hello, Mo. Mosaic. Mosaic. And, oh, that's cute. Mosaic. You get it? That is so cute. And Hershey. Hello.
And
Hi,
Elizabeth
everybody.
No also lives in Florida. Maybe
Oh,
you,
really?
yeah, maybe you guys are close enough where you might be able to connect at some point. She's
Oh, that would be.
adorable. She's wonderful. You'll love
Yes. And Selena is going to be coming to Florida soon. And hopefully we may have a chance to connect. She's going to be bringing her little paint set with her.
her. Oh, how wonderful. Oh,
Lots of
so
fun. And
Mo is in Pepsi Cola. Or did I say that
oh,
right?
Pensacola. Yeah. That's Panhandle. Yeah, I'm in Central Florida. So believe it or not, that's like a distance.
Oh yeah,
I'd say like at least 4 hours,
yeah.
if
It's
I'm
like
not
people
mistaken.
say, "Oh, I lived in New York," and then they're all the way up in Erie or Niagara. I'm like, that's almost like being in another country. It's like 4 or 5
Mm-hmm.
hours to get up there. It's quicker to go to Puerto Rico, right?
It is. It is. Oh, Ashley, lots of crying and emotions. But crying is a way that we cleanse and release those emotions. Because if you bottle it up inside, that's when we tend to just snap and blow up at things. Um,
So true.
so you're working through your emotions is probably the best thing that you could do for yourself. Very, very healthy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. And Ange has put your link in the chat so that we can make sure that we're all connected.
Thank you. I so appreciate that, Ange.
Oh my gosh, it's going great. A lesson from another Elizabeth tomorrow. Number one in the US. Wow, that's so cool.
Kind of
Oh, I love that. Yeah, so Audra does archery competitions. Mm-hmm.
I would
Super,
like to
super
learn
cool.
that. Can you
Mhm.
see like
Audra, okay, yeah, Audra's in Florida. Okay, Citrus County. So I'm in Lake. So it's not too far. Yes. So crying flushes out cortisol and other stress chemicals. Release is necessary. Yes, you do not want to hold that in. And why is it that when we're going through these situations and we cry and cry and cry, we feel like there couldn't possibly be any more tears left, yet somehow we continue to produce tears?
yes, yes.
Hmm.
And then 6 months later, we look back and said it wasn't even worth it.
Yes, yes. Hmm.
Yeah. And doesn't
Yes.
cortisone produce fat?
Cortisol?
Yeah.
Fat?
Doesn't it make fat? So maybe if
Uh,
we try, maybe we'll lose some fat. I don't know.
lose some fat. I don't, Nurse Ange?
Nurse Ange. Nurse Ange.
Paging,
Please come
paging
to.
Nurse Ange.
I need a bell. Ring, ring.
Uh,
Anybody else?
no, we're close. We're close, Audra. I want to come see you, one of your competitions. Got to start crying more.
Maura said yes. She says yes, it does. See?
You sometimes I feel like I don't realize when I'm holding it in until I finally have a sob fest. And then I realize just how much was pent up inside.
Are we still talking about crying or we're talking about gas?
Crying.
Oh, okay. Because I have that same problem with gas.
With
Just, just among us girls. If the dress flops up like this, you know it was gas.
Oh my gosh.
It's so true, right? We tend to walk. We hold it, and we feel it in our chests and in our stomach and in our back, and it's built. Hmm. You know, for me, I I don't cry a lot. I get angry.
You get angry? Now, do you have a tried and true method of working through that anger?
I do communicate. I mean, I have a wonderful support system, but I do realize that it's that I when I get so hurt that I want to cry, but it's so much that it won't come out. So I just become angry, and it's like I don't know if that's even though I look like a gorgeous woman. I don't know if that's the way
You
men.
are.
I don't know if that's the way us men are socialized to grow up and be we get angry, we don't cry,
Yes.
we're nurturing and emotional. I don't know, maybe it's that. Maybe I need to work. But I've been learning to let go and let my tears come out.
Mm-hmm.
And hold
Now, here, Rabneet says, for me, it's hard not to know. And then I end up crying even more. And I was going to ask, like, because you were saying sometimes you feel this need, like you want to cry and you just can't. Do you have a favorite go to movie that helps bring on the tears?
for me, for me, the color purple.
Which one?
The color purple.
Oh, The Color Purple. Mm-hmm.
When and the scene when Suge is singing at the bar and it's Sunday and she hears God calling her. Well, speaking of calling, just on time. Uh, better not be Jesus. Jesus calling. Uh, and she goes back to church and she embraces her father and he embraces her. That scene makes me cry all the time. It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's Beaches, the Bette Midler film.
Yeah.
When I see that, like, you know what's going to happen, but when it happens, you're like, oh.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Did anybody put? Oh, it's a Wonderful Life for Mora. Yes, that's a tearjerker.
Hmm.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Is
I
Ashley? Does that make you cry because it's such a bad movie, or is it? Uh, no, it's sure. What?
look at Nurse Ange has said cortisol stimulates your fat and carbohydrate metabolism.
Uh-huh. She knows. Right?
Ooh, Hershey won bingo, first game out. Woo, woo.
She cheated. Her spirit guide Miles was probably giving her all the numbers.
Anger. Ooh.
Mora.
Healthy when expressed appropriately.
Yeah.
I'm still on that journey.
Yes.
It's a Wonderful Life. I love that movie.
Isn't that great? Sometimes
Pirates of the Caribbean. Which part? Please tell me. I binge watch all of them, she says.
in Hallmark movies, they always make me cry. Hallmark.
Yes.
True.
Oh, but I'm terrible. I'm to the point where I could watch a commercial or like flip through a reel
Hmm.
and like 15 seconds in, I'm like,
Yes. So I
yes.
don't know if anybody in the room ever watches Queer Eye. We've been watching it now on Netflix. Such tear jerkers when the person comes back and they've had the makeover and the house has been decorated and everything. Oh my god, it's just such a tearjerker, such a tearjerker.
Yes. There are some movies that touch on it feels like every single emotion. Goodness gracious.
So
Yeah.
Hershey said that Miles would never suggest a personal gains game. Hershey, he would if the prize money went to me. So just pay it forward, send it to me, okay? Um,
Mm. Oh, look at this. Sometimes anger comes disguised as crying.
mm,
Do you ever find like when sometimes when you have anger and you don't know how to express it because you were not maybe you didn't learn it growing up or your parents or your parental figures didn't demonstrate that behavior, you end up reverting back to your inner child self and cry out of frustration.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes. No,
Yes.
oh, I cry.
Oh, Moira, all animal movies.
Oh
Hmm.
yes, oh yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that movie back in the day, Free Willy?
Oh, Free Willy. Yes. That was
One
so
of my
good.
all-time favorite animals. I love that.
Oh my God. You know, I'm gonna get to Brienne's comment here, but I'm gonna tell you the one that did it for me. The in the movie theater, All Dogs Go to Heaven, the
I've never seen
cartoon.
that.
I almost like lost my mind in the movie theater at the end of that movie. And you know, the worst part is that that was a cartoon. And when that cartoon hit the screen, the voice actress for the little girl, um, she had been unalived by her father. And so when the male voice that did the dog said his goodbyes to the child in the movie, it was on a whole other level because like she was literally no longer, you know, here with us. It was the saddest thing.
Oh,
Super, super, not to be a downer, but that movie for me, like I saw it that one time, I could never watch it again. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I want to cry right now
Oh,
after hearing
I'm
that story.
sorry. Okay, so Brienne says always. I don't know that movie with Richard Dreyfuss. Which one is that one? It's from the 80s. Oh my gosh. Somebody asked, are you the one that cried and cried? So embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Yes. That happens sometimes, you know, when the work that you do makes you into a completely different person. Sometimes a person that you don't even like anymore.
Oh, yes. You don't who yeah. And it's time to move on. And I think during COVID that's what happened to a lot of people. They started to realize they didn't like their who they were anymore in those jobs. And
Mm-hmm.
they finally
Look,
realized it was time to change.
Ashley's mom watched Free Willy all the time.
Look at who
Mm-hmm.
is that Brianna Love? Oh, I love that name and it's two N's because am I reading that right?
Brienne. I
Brianne.
think Brienne, maybe Brienne. I don't know because people have such unique pronunciations of their names. Sometimes like, oh, Brienne, and then they're like, oh no, it's Brienne or something like.
Uh-huh.
Oh, bye Hershey. Thank you for stopping in.
Hershey come back at 9 o'clock. I'll be
Yes.
with a different headpiece at 9 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna do a costume change?
Just the headpiece. I'm changing.
Okay. You're
And
like
why does,
You took a cue from Ange the other day. She did a costume change in between.
does why does my dress look orange? Does it look orange on camera? It's a
Oh, it
blue
looks amazing. Well, none of that matters. What matters is that your hair and your dress are the exact same color.
because they're
Beautiful.
both beautiful deep reds.
Yes,
So
it's
I'm
gorgeous.
wondering why.
It matches the roses on my dress. I wore roses for you today.
Oh, thank you.
See?
I appreciate it.
All right. Moira says Ghost from back in the day. That was another good one. People around us were bawling at the most ridiculous scenes.
When the camera goes up the door, oh my god! And then when they do the pottery class, that was so touching.
Brenda Ann. Oh, so her name is Brenda Ann, but she goes by Brienne
Uh,
together. Oh,
Half
thank
of the
you,
theater
Ashley.
was crying at the movie Ghost, and the other half was trying to summon the spirits.
Yes, like oh, Whoopi Goldberg was so good in that movie.
I love her.
You know, I saw her in a movie recently where she played God, and I can't remember which movie
Really?
that was.
Oh,
Yes, yes, where she
interesting.
plays God in the movie. It's not orange. Oh no. But you know,
No,
sometimes that happens. It just like when you go on screen, it looks like a different color.
no. I wonder if there's a way how to get like better color or true color.
Wait, what? Ralph and the motorcycle, a mouse. When Ralph got sucked up, is this a tongue twister by the vacuum cleaner? Kids scared for life. Scarred for life.
I've never heard of that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Revni. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Yes, little rascals. All right, friends. Well, we have friends in the chat. If there's anyone that is interested in us pulling out a card or two on the topic of self care, or if you have something else going on, we would be happy to read for you. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate all of you. And thank you for those of you. I think almost everyone in the chat knows Miss Tarot D because, you know, she's just a beloved member of the community. But there were some people who were new, right? First timers that maybe have not met you. And we had some people that subbed to you. So thank you so much for
Oh,
that.
thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I need to really make an effort to really come on more. You know, I tell my husband, I said, I'm really flattered. I have, I think, what, 600 and something subscribers.
Oh,
And
that's amazing.
I don't get to come on enough. And I said, could you imagine if I came on
If
more?
you did, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
that would be great.
that would
Yeah,
be
the never ending story. You know, that's a very popular one. Isn't there a tarot deck with the same theme,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. And that dragon always reminds me of a dog, uh, a Shih Tzu. It always reminds me of a Shih Tzu when I see that dragon.
Oh, see,
Every
Ashley watched it, even though she watched it a million times. There's some movies that are like that. It doesn't matter how many times it's on, you have to watch it again and
Thank you,
again.
Ashley.
I have movies like that. Welcome back, Bill. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. 676. Ooh, I like that number.
You too.
That sounds pretty. That sounds
Almost
pretty.
there. When we hit 1,000, we'll have some cake. We'll have
OMG, Moira. She's pulling out the big guns, the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe. Remember that?
Oh, that was one of my favorite movies. And then if you're old or elder like me, what was it? Ah, bedpost and doorknobs. What was it?
Oh, I remember that.
With
But it had like a more complicated name. I can't
yeah,
remember. Yeah.
where she was a witch and they would fly on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s. That was.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Aw.
Oh,
And you know, not a lot of people are looking for readings, and I'm okay with that because conversation is good and conversation is healthy.
it's very.
And it's good to sit with our friends and get caught up and talk about the things that are pressing. Um, so I really enjoy, which is why a lot of times I name on my little thumbnails, I'll call them chit chats and mini readings because I enjoy the chit chat.
I do too because it almost feels like we're going from one thing to another, right?
Yes, it
And
makes me feel like I'm in the living room or maybe at your kitchen and we're just having a cup of coffee and talking about life. And
yes,
I
what's
love
your
that.
favorite coffee? Let me see. What do you drink in your house? Bed knobs and broomsticks. That's the one, Maura.
Yes, yes. So I'm a huge coffee drinker and I've been getting really good about tea. And I'll share with you, I have been working on, if you haven't seen this, the Year of the Hermit Journal.
What's
And basically, it gives you a journal prompt for every single day. of this year that is a hermit year. And at the start of each month, she
Mhm.
recommends a tea blend.
Oh,
And for February, the tea blend, I have to tell you, I cheated and I started the February early. It was ginger and peppermint for strength and warmth. And I love it.
yes, that sounds like a lovely combination. I
Yes,
do love
this
ginger.
this is probably one of my favorite. And like at first you might think like, oh, that's such a chore every single day, a little journal. But no, this is my favorite part of my day,
Really?
to whip this out and make a few little notes with a little, it has a little prompt. It's
Mhm,
not nothing
mhm.
heavy. And sometimes I have these like insights, like where I literally, like I've done this twice so far. I taped in an extra sheet of paper so I can so I
Yeah.
can finish writing.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
it's been great.
Lovely.
I love it. So yeah, that's what I've been drinking. The ginger and peppermint tea. Um, I do coffee in the mornings, and tonight Ange has the lyrical live stream. I'm not gonna lie. For that, I'm gonna whip out a glass of vino.
Yes. You need a little
Yes,
bit of something. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
that's what we're gonna do. Now,
And does Ange know a lot of songs? Is that why she does
look
the
at her shooting the
lyrical?
shit and going deep occasionally. Yes. Oh, Bill, Revenge of the Nerds. I love, Revenge of the Nerds is one of those movies that takes me back to a very specific part of my life that I just adored. I
Really?
had a little job at back in the day when you rented, videos.
Yes, yes.
And I remember renting the movies and bringing them home, and I just loved them. They were hilarious. So, yeah, something about Mary, American Pie, Office Space. I love Office Space. The guy with the red stapler.
I don't remember Office Space.
Those guys that are in that like office job and they just like it's so good.
Really? I'm gonna have to look for
I
it.
love it. And there's the one character that's like addicted to his red swing line stapler and he just walks around with the stapler everywhere.
The only movie that I remember that deals with a job, well, there's The Wolf of Wall Street, but other than that, it's the movie 9 to 5. I love that.
Which one?
9 to 5.
Oh yeah. Ange was mentioning that movie the other day. Working 9 to 5. Yeah.
Such a classic.
Dead Poet Society. Ooh, Hook with Robin. I loved
Oh,
Hook.
yeah, yeah. Anything with Robin Williams, I mean,
Yes.
is a tearjerker.
Yes.
He's amazing.
I love his movie RV.
Yeah,
RV.
he's just
That one is funny.
hmm,
This was so true. Look, Blockbuster. Please be kind, rewind. And you used to walk in, you tried to be civilized, but like you knew exactly where your movie was gonna be, and then you would like run that walk all the way to the back to grab it, and then it was not there. And you'd be like, no.
he was amazing. Or they would try to fight you because they said it was a day late. And you're like, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Yes, bring back Blockbuster. Those were the good times, man.
Those were different times.
Yes. Yes. Goddamn Paper Jam. Yes, that was
I
Office
have to
Space.
find this movie now. I wonder if
It's
it's
so good. I feel like it's a cult classic.
okay. I'm going to look for it so that we can during our next meeting we can go.
Tufik says, I love coffee. Yeah, me too.
Okay,
Me
nice butt,
too.
fix.
Yeah, that's some squat action right there.
Yeah, good for you, dear.
Ooh, the secretary was a lush. You go, girl. Get him, girl. Blockbuster was so much fun. Yeah, it was a vibe. Going to Blockbuster was a vibe.
And you would run it to your friends,
Yes.
and it was a
You
great.
have the red stapler? No way.
Oh wow!
I love that. That's so funny. I don't have the red. It was like red, shiny enamel.
In his job, he was an ass accountant. He made a great ass. I bet you he did. I bet you he was a lovely.
Oh, Selena, you were driving. I hope you're home safe. Oh my gosh. Yes. People used to own things and not to have to stream everything. Yes. I have too many streaming services, I think. I feel like I don't remember. And then every time I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna cancel this. Then no, you can't.
I
I'm
know.
gonna get rid of this. We don't need. No, you can't. Okay.
Yeah. So what we are doing now is we wait for a show to be out completely. Then we'll rent that channel, and then
Mm-hmm.
we put on our calendar the alarm to remind us to cancel it after 30 days, just so that we
Yes.
don't get
Just to
stuck.
remember, but because I forget.
Yes.
Yes, I was watching, like, I had like five K dramas that I was trying to watch, and they were all on one channel. And I was like, I'm gonna watch them all, like binge watch them real quick, and then I'm gonna shut it off. Well, I never shut it off. I'm still paying. I was like, where's that charge for?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the streaming service. I forgot.
When you said K drama, are you referring to Korean
Yes,
shows? I love those. Netflix
yes.
has so many of them. Oh,
Me too. I took a break in February
uh-huh, uh-huh.
because in January I watched Mr. Plankton. I watched Mr. Plankton, and two episodes in, I said, oh, damn, this is not going to be a happy ending.
No.
I almost quit, but I couldn't because the characters were so engaging. I had to watch it. And of course, I was a hysterical mess at the end. And I could not watch another one. So I had to take the month off. I
Mm,
had to take the month off. But they're so good. I love them.
they're
Yes.
very good. They're very, very good. And what I love about them is there's a beginning and an end. It's not like the American soap operas that go on for 20 years and she's still in a coma, you know.
Hmm.
But she's had 6 kids while she's in a
Yes, yes. Some of them are like, whoa,
yeah.
like the things I've seen in some of them. I've watched so many of them, it's like out of control. I watched Peekaboo Rose. She did a video recently where she was talking about like her tarot and journaling,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
and she shared her list of K dramas that she is wanting to watch. And I was like, oh, I saw that one. That one is so good, and I haven't seen the other one yet. So yeah, it's they're awesome. Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you so much, Ashley, for being here. We could not have this energy without good energy in the chat.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. They bring it. They do. They really do.
Yes.
Just
Oh, Janet Lee, I do too. My VHS videos. Also, I still own two VCRs.
really.
Yes, my VCR, of course, fell apart, and then I was on a manhunt
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
forever, going to every single yard sale until I was able to find not one but two, because I still have my VCR collection, which of course they're crap now when you watch them there and then you watch them. But I don't know. There's something about seeing the.
Yeah. By the way, Goodwill, you'll always find VCR players at Goodwill. Believe it.
Hmm.
But you know what my husband did was we took all of our because back in the day, all the movie cameras had the cassette tapes, and my husband sent them all out to be digital,
Hmm.
and we were able to download them and save them. So we have all the pictures from when my nieces and nephews were born and little babies
Yes.
growing up.
Hmm.
And what we do is when they come and spend time with us, because they're wonderful children and they love to come and be with their aunt and uncle. They come and I put up the videos of them when they're little kids in ballet school or doing their first, and they're in awe. They're like they've never seen these videos. Um, and I told them, I said, I'm going to make different now that we were able to digitalize them. I'm going to make little thumb drives with the videos and give them their own so that they have, because they're priceless. They're priceless.
Yes. Okay, so we have a question about plankton. Is it a whale, right? So I want to explain this because I actually had to Google this myself. So plankton, right, in real life, these organisms drift in water or air, and they are unable to actively propel themselves against currents or wind.
Hmm.
So now imagine a human being with those same characteristics. That is why they called him Mr. Plankton in the drama. He finds out that he only has a few months left to live. He decides that this is his biological parents' fault for passing this gene onto him. So he goes on a quest to track down the sperm donor. And he goes on this quest that turns out to be very enlightening, very heartwarming, very good drama, because in real life, everything is not a happy ending. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to people that are in our life.
Mhm.
But very powerful drama. And yeah, that's why they called him Mr. Plankton, because that's kind of like he was just there, like he had no existence.
Mm.
Brazilian film The Naked Man. I have not seen that one. Have you?
No, is this a man or a woman? I can't tell from that booty.
Tufik? Tufik
Yes.
is a male.
Okay. Cute butt.
Mhm.
Terrific.
Tufik, what might that look like? Oh, hey, Heather. That's hilarious. Okay, hold on. Naked Man. The main actor sounds cool. I've not seen that film, but I do love me an international film or drama. I love subtitles. I think they're fascinating. I love to see how, other cultures, other ways of living. And of course, a lot of times you see their spirituality as well.
Yes. Yes. And you know what we found? We found a lot of gay, queer themed movies come out of Spain. We found a lot. So we
Mm-hmm.
watched, and it's amazing because Americans have such hangups, but yet you watch these movies that come out of Spain or they're Dutch or
Yes.
Germany, and they don't have a problem with the subject matter, and they're beautiful and very thought provoking. I mean, it's
Yes.
really, really interesting.
There are some K dramas. Yeah. Yeah, so it's and this is a culture that I feel overall is very conservative,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
it's very interesting to see them to start to, open up the perspective and start to
Mhm.
show,
Yes.
some things.
I
Yeah.
saw one Ghost. I think it was called Ghost Bride, and the young man died unexpectedly, and his grandmother got her girlfriends together to do a ritual because they needed to get his ghost married. And accidentally, the straight police officer falls into the ritual trap, and the gay ghost attaches himself to the straight police officer. It's hysterical, and it's hysterical, but it's so charming. I'm pretty sure it's called Ghost Bride. And I saw it on Netflix, so you might be able to
I'm
find.
gonna look for that Ghost Bride.
Oh my God.
Because
It's
that sounds good. Okay, look, Ashley's in New Zealand. Walkmans. Do you remember Walkmans? You
yes.
were cool if you had a Walkman.
You had those on and you would walk around and you had the
Yes,
little
the little clip. Yes.
things. Listen, I used to have a beeper. I mean, nobody ever called me on it, but I had one.
Ooh, you. I asked Ange the other night if she had a beeper. Yes, I had a beeper too, and it had those, like the little codes. If you
Yeah,
texted like this number, it meant this, and if you texted that number, like, oh man,
the
I
day.
need the best movie experience. You need to watch VHS movies, on an old TV. Yeah.
Well, I have a. I think our television is 85 inches, so I'll just stick with my new TV.
Watch right.
Some things are best to leave them in the past.
Oh,
My
that's
living room
hilarious.
looks like like and it's
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously I'm queer and I'm a drag queen, but I love musicals. So to be able to see an old time musical on an 85-inch television, it's like
Yes.
amazing, amazing.
But you know what I think? I feel like every single one of us brings a little bit of weird.
Yes.
And to be in an environment where you feel comfortable and
Mhm.
safe to
Yes.
show who you really are
Mhm.
without, like, feeling like, oh, I got to put on a mask. No, I don't want to have to put on a mask. I want to be able to be me, the good and the bad, and, love me or hate me.
Yes.
Mhm.
And what's interesting is, and if you people who go on my channel and they read it, it says uh, fun and campy but authentic readings.
Mhm.
Because while I might have this mask, costume, whatever, this is who I am. This is a part of me. And for those people who are in chat, who know me in my boy life, they can attest to that. You know,
Mm.
um, and my readings are my readings. They're not comical. They're not. I was chatting with someone because someone says, "Oh yeah, there's other drag queens that are doing tarot readings." So I went and I looked, and to each his own. I was like, "Oh, they're not really doing readings.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
doing a lip sync, a performance." For me, when I
Yes.
do a reading, it's a reading.
A reading. And what I see a lot is like more like a persona, like a show. And I'm like, okay, but what are you really saying?
Right, right.
What are you really saying? But there's for every style, there's a person that resonates with, and there's tons and tons of people,
Mhm.
who read, and you will find someone that resonates, at your level. I
Right.
thought he was an amoeba.
But I when I
Oh,
do
compliment. Your crown and glasses are a perfect pairing. Ta-da. Plankton and SpongeBob. Yes, Plankton. I love him. He was a good character.
uh,
I bet Mr. Plankton's better in Korean. Yes. Yes.
I have to find this Mr. Plankton.
And I watched it because it was like one of the top rated, the top rated of 20, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then no. Okay, I feel like I've heard this name before. Pedro Almodovar. Where do I know this name from? Is that the guy from the Brazilian movie? I'm wondering.
Hmm.
Oh, Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. I want to watch that. It sounds incredible already. Mm-hmm.
In Spanish, they just say "unataki."
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right.
Yeah,
So Bill loved French and European films.
wonderful.
Yes, openness to human sexuality. That reminds me of a movie that I saw that was called, instead of 9 to 5, I want to say it was called 5 to 7.
Oh,
It was called 5 to 7, and it was about having extramarital affair and it being considered okay, but it needed to be observed between the hours of 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. The rest of the time was like family time, and you could not cross those lines.
Oh my God, how hysterical.
Yes, it was such a great film, and that one was French. Yes, I highly recommend that if you ever find it again because I loved it. Heather, how could you not have had a beeper? My boyfriend paid for my beeper. Those days. My boyfriend paid for my beeper. Oh my God, Kristen Louise. I had a beeper. Oh, at the children's hospital. Yeah, hearing the beep makes my heart jump. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do they,
Oh, yes.
doctors don't have beepers anymore, do they? I think it's just cell phones now, even doctors.
What was that?
I said, I don't think doctors use beepers anymore, right? It's just, it goes to cell phones.
I guess it does go to cell phone. Yeah, because before everything was on the beeper, Spanish soap opera. You have not seen a bitch slap until you watch a Spanish soap opera.
I
Yes.
love that. That is like, yes. Uh,
Yes, it's
love
boring being normal. Yes. See, Miss Terrell D. Walkman, Rockman.
oh God, what were we watching? We were watching an American show recently,
Mm-hmm.
and the main character's mother comes, and she's very narcissistic. And my husband almost flipped out because apparently she was some very famous Spanish soap opera star back in
Mm.
the day, and now she's like in her 70s and 80s. And she played that real type of novella type mother, even on this American show, and she was fabulous. I mean, I loved her. Yeah, I gotta talk to my husband. Like,
Look at Janet Lee. Well, and welcome Lexi. Welcome into the chat. Janet Lee, my first husband had a beeper. We had 75-inch TV and two recliners. Feels like a theater. Oh my gosh, yes, swatches. I had a pop swatch. I had a
oh,
pop swatch. I remember buying that at the mall. Yes, as hair ties, two or three. They were worn like bracelets. Yep, I remember that.
yes. Hi,
Hmm.
Ramon. Welcome back. Or maybe he was always here and just
Was
learned.
he always, oh, maybe listening? The late actor Claudio Marzo, 1997, The Naked Man. I'm gonna bookmark that one. Yes.
Topik knows a lot of naked shows, doesn't
Yes. Mm-hmm. A pop swatch. Oh, this she had three. Oh, and the pop swatch. Yeah, I
he?
had the pop swatch too. I had the pop swatch too.
Lexi, hi, my love.
Mm-hmm.
Lexi, thank you so much for the shout out on your show. That was very special. Thank you.
Yes.
I was really honored that you took the time out to mention that.
Oh, I see. Okay, thanks, Bill. Thanks for coming in.
And
Yes, I remember Benetton. Do you remember Benetton? Mm-hmm.
so Lexi and I go to the same hair stylist. So
Oh,
some
how
days,
cool.
yeah, some days our hair is red, some days our hair is purple. Her and I, we change colors of their looks, but we
That's
always look
awesome.
beautiful.
Yes, we gotta show up.
Yes.
Pedro Almodovar is a movie director from Spain. Okay.
Yes.
We have quite a cool list of things to catch up on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What were we watching? We watched uh, Elite. Have you guys watched Elite? You think it's like
Delicious.
that is perfect,
Yes,
perfect, perfect description. Oh
yes. And
my
you
God.
know, Miss Terrell D is gonna do a costume change for
Yes,
your live.
I'm going to have a little something different later for when we meet. I'm giving
Mm-hmm.
you notice just in case you won't recognize me. Um,
The boombox, yes. Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. Ramon is very serious and shy when he's on, but he is,
Ramon is he's deep.
yes, oh my God,
He's deep.
don't go there. But he is one of the funniest men I've ever met. Oh my God, he sends me zingers that I cannot. I mean, I crack up. I crack up. He's always making me laugh. He's very very funny. He's
A lot of love in the community for you.
I love y'all.
My mom was a single parent and nurse practitioner, which probably meant that she worked a lot of hours. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Queen Elizabeth never looked so good. Yes.
This
Pamela, hi,
love
welcome. All hail to the Strawberry Queen.
to the Strawberry Queen. Yes, I want to see. Give me 1 second. I want to show you the earring. My favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a Diablo. Mm-hmm.
It's a shame, I, for those of you
Oh,
who came in late, hi, Cosmic, my baby. Um, Today the Gremlins have been playing so many tricks. Uh, the mouse wasn't working when I came on, then the audio was crazy, but it all started with my earrings. My husband was making me these beautiful earrings. Wouldn't that have
ooh,
been perfect for tonight?
yes.
But the other one disappeared and he couldn't find it.
You know,
We
it'll turn up when you least expect it. That is priceless, Kristen.
That's what I told them. I said, when it's time, it'll show up. But wouldn't they have
Mm-hmm.
been pretty?
That's
Valentine's
beautiful.
Day. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he is so talented. My husband, he is so cute. He's so sweet.
Then the cat messed up. How fun. Oh,
Oh,
I love that we were able to have this time. I'm so happy. I was so happy to have you here with all of our friends and just
beautiful.
hang out and catch up. And I know you have your live a little bit later today, which is going to be awesome. And I am going to be supporting the gals with the lyrical live stream, which is widely popular. So, yeah, it's going to be a night of fun times today.
Be beautiful. Thank you, Elizabeth. I so
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you inviting me, and this was such a joy to do.
My pleasure.
And we had some great laughs and some great company and
Yes.
sharing space. So
Yes. Beautiful,
everybody,
beautiful friends in the chat. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Tom is just in time for the end.
of course he is. Of course he is.
Oh, goodness
Too
gracious. Well,
cute.
thank you so very much, everyone.
And
I
I'll see
hope
everybody
everyone
later.
enjoys the rest of their evening. Thank you so much. Take it, one breath at a time, friends. One breath
Yes.
at a time. Bye.
Bye.